So it's the Phish, one night in Toronto, and looky here, Sigma Oasis getting things kicked off, and it did sound like I thought just as the webcast was kicking off, I might have heard a Blaze On. Like it seemed like there may have been a last minute audible there by Trey. Not sure, but then, sure enough, Blaze On right there. I feel like perhaps confirming what I heard. And then Sigma Oasis once again coming through strong, and then like the Blaze On that followed again. Everything just jammed a bit. Well, okay, maybe not my sweet one, but everything else in the first set jammed just a bit. You know, I really like the first set. Maybe one of my favorite first sets of the tour at this point. Steam in there, okay, maybe one of my least favorites, although I have been listening to the Sigma Oasis studio album, something I have not done since the night it came out. Been doing that here the last few nights. There we get Theme from the Bottom after the My Sweet One, and the jam in it just seemed like it was turned into one of those, just kind of like it wasn't Trey or Paige, it was just sort of all four guys working together, working a nice smooth jam there, and Theme from the Bottom, Wombat, of course, bringing its crazy funkiness. And then Stash, we find, okay, if most of the jams up to this point were the whole band just working together, not a whole lot of soloing going on, not a lot of crazy effects, well, Stash is where we got this. At some point toward the end of the jam, Trey steps out in front. The tone sounded almost like a little bit echoey or something. I don't know, possibly even the sound of the venue. I don't know, it really felt like just the way it sounded, it almost had like a "you're there" kind of sound to it, even on the webcast, coming over the speakers. And then Sand, of course, man, always going to be money. Ending the set, showing its versatility this year. Opening sets, closing sets, doesn't really matter. So we got a big, powerful jam in there to end it. Stash, definitely my favorite of the first Stash. Of the first set was the Stash. And then we get over here to Sample in a Jar. It's like, I've been calling that now. I don't know, probably since about the last time they played Sample in a Jar, been calling as an opener. And then tonight it comes out, back to back. This is 2 in a row now, Sample in a Jar. Showing us what it can do with a little bit of time to jam. And this, it showed us a hint of being a little bit darker here in the second set. Down with Disease, we got our big effects jam of the night. And Down with Disease, seems like we're getting at least one of them per night with some others mixed in. And then it gives way to Death Don't Hurt Very Long. If we're going to get a Casvot song right here in this little mix, man, this was nice, actually. Because then it led into 20 years later, and like we got a little taste of the darkness up here. It kind of came through right here, and Death Don't Hurt Very Long and 20 years later. Strong mic action in both of these. And then Light, we didn't get to go too deep with Light, but again, maybe like over here in the first set, everything just had a little bit of jamming. They squeezed in a Bouncing Around the Room. 2001, I know some people don't like it. They're like, 2001, they got their story. Look, I get it, but whether if it was tapes back then and there was the CD era, now you got my ass doing whiteboards. 2001 is just a lot better. I'm never going to write Oslo Spako Razapsahusta on here, okay? It's just not going to fit. I'm just writing Sally. Then we got Free once again on. Then Sneaking Sally. I think someone actually called that recently when I was asking people, what do you think they're going to play? I don't know if they thought Alpine or Toronto, but boom, you got it tonight, and then Free coming again. Maybe not, all right, Blaze On is always going to be in heavy rotation, but Free, and no complaints at all, please. If we're going to get a song that gets repeated a lot, Free is a good one. Lawn Boys, Say It To Me, Santos was the encore, but after a phenomenal first set, some dark jamming up here, I was pretty happy with all of it. Toronto, they got him a good one, and I don't really know for sure. We've gotten back-to-back jams on Sample in a Jar. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Last one coming out of that Golgi. This one opening in the set. We don't know if we're ready to that. And I don't even know if I'm authorized to do this or not. And perhaps it's already overdue, but I think it's time. Certified Jam Vehicle, Sigma Oasis, and maybe Sample in a Jar is wanting to think about it. I don't know. So, congratulations, Canada. You got a good one. And I know it's not whatever I said earlier. 2001 is actually Oslo Spock Zapahusta. I think I mispronounced it earlier. Some people, man, they're passionate about that, man. Serious. But there it is. Didn't even get any red markings. Unfortunate. It was actually good. This wasn't bad. Boom and boom. Bouncin, you get nothing. Lawn Boy, Santos, get out of here. My sweet one? Who doesn't like the grass? Steam, Left Empty. Sand, Money. Jam Vehicle, All right, guys. Boom. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Another night off. Hopefully they get it back across the border and into America. Hopefully America still wants the Phish.